Today on Laser Update, we meet Deborah Ryan and learn just how driven she is by her love of art at OCC.
And later, get ready to satisfy your sweet tooth as we uncover the story behind our campus bakery. It's all coming up next on today's Laser Update.
Good morning and welcome to Laser Update for April 4th, 2024. That is a lot of fours, but here's a fun fact. Did you know it's also National Burrito Day?
They'll make up a holiday for anything nowadays, but even I can't deny good food. It is a work of art.
I couldn't have said it better myself. Art is everywhere here at OCC, but it wouldn't have the spotlight without the faculty that makes it possible. Deborah Ryan is one such person behind OCC's art across campus. Molina shares her story along with other creative minds in today's show.
Deb Ryan is a student success coach in art, business, communications, and entrepreneurship. Yet out of all of those, art is always on her mind.
When I was in college, I was a studio arts and photography major, and it was my job as a summer intern to inventory 20,000 objects. That experience for me got me hooked in being able to work with art objects, curating, which is what I've been doing for many, many years. I feel like now I'm like, okay, the students can really benefit from all of these years of experience that I have.
Deb's passion drives her to bring other artists that can inspire students through their unique works of art.
It was one of the first things I did after starting here. I wanted to get more involved in Arts Across Campus and the art gallery. So I do serve on the committee and I submit proposals for different art exhibitions that I feel are relevant and meaningful for our students. So this particular show is the work of Jay Carrier, who is an Onondaga artist. He was thrilled to have the opportunity to show here. I went up to his studio and helped select all of the work for this show. And I've been over here with a couple of liberal arts classes, and the students really do react. They respond to his work. I think there's some connections to be had there.
Deb hopes these students can succeed in their careers and is always more than willing to give them help whenever they need it to reach graduation and beyond.
This semester, we have a new exhibit on display at the Ann Felton Multicultural Center, Vanessa Johnson's Telling Fire. It focuses on West African culture, but we've really had it all in the past with arts across campus, from monks to musicals. Check it out for some inspiring pieces of art.
Art is also facing some new questions. With the rise of artificial intelligence, how do people on campus feel about its use in new media projects? Is there a benefit to this new technology, or is it a step too far? Let's take a look and find out.
Artificial intelligence is being used daily, from video effects, writing scripts, to digital art. Today we're talking with students and faculty about their thoughts on AI in art.
I think that if it keeps advancing, it's going to be very scary for the creatives out there. An artist has a very unique perspective, and you completely lose that perspective when you have something that's artificial doing it. And their perspective is what people can connect to.
I have mixed feelings about the use of AI in art. I think that it's still a role for creativity, and if we're turning that over for computers, then what are humans for?
It automates everything, but when it comes to art, it takes away that emotion and personalization that is so amazing about it. And when you're writing, or when you're making an art piece by writing a prompt, I think it's almost a disservice.
Looks like there's mixed feelings on AI's use in art projects. For Laser Update, I'm Molina.
Thanks, Marcos. Artificial intelligence continues to be a slippery slope, but just like any new invention, a tool is only as good as the person who uses it. We'll just have to wait and see, but one thing's for sure, the humanity in art cannot be replaced.
After the break, we're switching to the business side of OCC. Molina introduces us to Kristen Costello and her use of graphic design on campus.
And later, did you really know how hard it was to build the Erie Canal? Stay tuned for more. But first...
On Monday, everything under the sun is in tune, but the sun is eclipsed by the moon. But it's more than just Pink Floyd. OCC is celebrating the solar eclipse with campus activities. Afternoon trivia in Gordon, and later on, music and treats at the Quad from 2:45 p.m. to 4 p.m. Viewing glasses will be provided for anyone who attends.
I found that by going to OCC, it allowed me to enter in programs that would allow me to focus on like my personal life and my work. I think most professors here do want to see you succeed. All faculty here is definitely like more than happy to help, with any scheduling or future planning or, in regards to grades or anything like that. Like, I find most professors are more than willing. I could realistically recommend anyone to attend.
I major in psychology. I chose the program because I want to help people. I've always wanted to do that. I struggle with making friends and being social with other people. So living on campus has given me a better opportunity to make friends. I thought coming here would be just like any other school, but it really is a different dynamic than being at a university. There's still a lot of people who put together things they genuinely care about for people they care about, and it's really nice to see.
Why did I choose OCC? To be a better communicator.
To be an English teacher. To be a better environmental scientist. Why will you choose OCC?
Why will you choose OCC?
If you're looking to see your very own campus peers perform live, check out our open mic night on April 11th from 4 to 6 p.m. in the Gordon Laser Lounge. Who knows, that person on stage could even be you. Music, poetry, or even the next comedy act. No matter what, it's all on the mic. Welcome back to Laser Update. I'm Noah McCarthy.
And I'm still Peter DeBello. Let's switch gears to the business side of campus life and see how some faculty and students stay busy outside of class.
Teachers are always using past experience to help them pass their knowledge on to students. But how do they keep track of it all, let alone manage business meetings outside of class? Molina gives us one professor's graphic method to her madness.
For over 10 years, Kristen Costello has been teaching business students here at OCC, but few know of her history with graphic design.
So I think I'm a visual person, that I process information visually, which is part of why I ended up choosing an undergrad major doing graphic design. In my work experience, I was doing graphic design, editing newsletter, doing posters and ads and things on the Metro. That is consistent with kind of my skill set, and the way I process information is to take something, this is an image and also words, and what does it mean?
That experience shapes how she sees the world even now, staying on top of all her tasks in a visual way with her bullet journal.
My bullet journaling is at least as much about the visual and the artistic side of things. Different subjects that I teach, for instance, are in slightly different parts of the page and different colors. Marketing is purple. Why is it purple? I don't know. It just is. I don't make the rules. I'm not drawing a picture where I have a idea in my head before I get started. I'm enjoying the process of it. When I am using that page for a to-do list later, it gives me joy to see the prettiness of it as well as the functionality. And I get to see the fruits of my labors of, making things better and making people's lives better.
Even beyond the page, she keeps her sights on the future, helping students reach their full potential towards graduation and making a difference in their community. This is Molina for Laser Update.
Professor Costello holds business meetings every Wednesday from 12 to 1 p.m., along with her business classes. Always eager to help, so feel free to ask her how to get started on bullet journaling or any business questions you might have.
One of those questions might actually be, how do I get my hands-on experience running a business? You don't have to look far to find opportunities on campus, but one of those might just leave you hungry for more. Jordan Stevens has the scoop on this story.
Loved by students and staff alike, Bechamel's, a student-run bakery, had its grand opening for this spring semester on February 28th, and needless to say, it was a booming success. Customers showed up en masse to get a taste of the delicious croissants and amazing cinnamon rolls.
The food, it's delicious, it's fresh, and the idea that it's made by our students makes it even more appealing, and something that we can easily support.
The shop is run by students from the Hospitality Management program here on campus. Everything sold in the shop is made right down the hall in a kitchen staffed by student chefs, who learn through practice in an environment similar to that of the industry workforce. All of this is a part of their capstone class.
We basically, as part of our entrepreneurship class, are just learning to run a retail operation, checking costs, prices. We're learning to work together, making all of our products.
Bechamel's is open every Tuesday from 10:30 until they run out of product. It's important to note that there's a $5 minimum on purchases made with a card. For Laser Update, this is Jordan Stevens.
Be sure to give them a visit on the first floor in Gordon Tuesdays and Thursdays at 10:30 a.m. Support your culinary students and try to get there early. Items sell fast and it's first come, first serve. Honestly, I'd be there right now if I didn't have to do this show. Save some for me, please. Jokes aside, treat yourself and enjoy it.
We're at the final stretch, but don't go anywhere just yet. When we return, we have a history lesson everyone in Syracuse should know that made New York what it is today on the Erie Canal. But first,
if you're counting the days until the eclipse, like me, have some fun this weekend and watch Little Shop of Horrors on Sling TV. It's old school, but if you're wondering how it's related, during a solar eclipse, Seymour discovers an unusual plant he names Audrey 2, which feeds only on human flesh and blood. Let's just hope that eclipse on Monday doesn't give birth to a mean green mother from outer space, if you catch my drift. But stick around. There's more Laser Update after the break.
My favorite part of OCC is that probably everyone here treats everyone with respect. I feel like every time I talk to someone or interact with someone, that normally they treat you with a level of respect because you're going to college and because you have the interest of learning. They give out free counseling, they give out like a lot of events, like you're not really bored on campus because you have clubs, you have events that you can normally do. The library is free. You can, like if you want to do a box of books, you can go to the library and grab a book. Most of the classes allow that.
When I was in high school, I was like the best student, grade-wise, and that didn't leave me many options, so I really had to decide between there or here. My hometown, and I wanted to get away instead of living at home, so I decided to go here. I really enjoyed the teachers and professors. They all seem very interested in teaching, friendly, and I feel like the community here is, for the most part, just all great. When I chose to go here, I felt great.
My name is Jan Doe. This is my second year at OCC, and I major in business administration. What I like most about OCC is the lounge that's open to the students. It's a good way to interact with other people, and overall, it's just a good environment to be in. The benefits of attending OCC are the resources they have on campus. For example, the Learning Center, study rooms in the library, and activities that they host on campus. There is kind of a big shift going from high school to OCC, but you have a lot of professors and resources on campus to help deal with that.
reaches its final months, it can be difficult to balance the personal life issues on top of finals getting closer. That's why OCC has a community care hub. You don't have to handle the pressure alone. Get the help you need with counseling and resources to reach graduation and a healthy life.
Glad to have you back. So far, we've talked about art, bakeries, and the business that goes on with it on campus. But we have one last stop on our ride through this week's Laser Update.
Speaking of rides, though, our next segment delves into stories of our past, whether it's local or historical. This is a classic tale many of you locals may know, but Marcos Molina wanted to share this underdog story in the history of Syracuse and the hurdles involved to overcome what was once thought impossible.
It's the 19th century in the United States, a time of burgeoning westward expansion, a nation seeking efficient trade routes and a vision that would transform the landscape of commerce, the Erie Canal. Governor DeWitt Clinton of New York championed this ambitious project. It was easier said than done. He knew for such a massive project he needed federal funding. Then President Thomas Jefferson outright rejected the proposal, calling the idea little short of madness. The challenge being the number of locks needed to scale past the mountains to reach Buffalo. It was unheard of. Despite skepticism and ridicule, Clinton and other advocates persisted. Clinton's folly, or Clinton's big ditch, were commonly used to mock this project. But the supporters of the project argued that such a canal would revolutionize trade, stimulate economic growth, and provide a direct route for Western farmers to access to Eastern markets. In the early 1800s, the Appalachian Mountains served as a formidable barrier to trade and transportation, hindering the movement of goods from the fertile interior to the bustling coastal markets. The idea of a canal connecting to the Great Lakes, the Atlantic Ocean, gained traction. In 1817, after years of debate and planning, the New York State Legislature provided the funding and approved the construction of the Erie Canal. Engineers James Geddes and Benjamin Wright led the design, and Chief Engineer Canvas White oversaw construction, which began in 1817. The canal's construction was a huge undertaking. Thousands of laborers, including Irish immigrants, braved the elements and began digging. The Irish immigrants were often given tasks nobody else wanted to do, including using black dynamite, which was a huge risk if planned incorrectly, and digging through the Montezuma Marsh with its disease-ridden mosquitoes. Their efforts culminated in the completion of the Erie Canal in 1825, a 363-mile waterway stretching from Albany to Buffalo. The success of the Erie Canal had profound consequences. New York City swiftly emerged as the nation's primary port, while the state of New York became an economic powerhouse. Cities along the canal's route, including Syracuse, Rochester, and Utica, experienced rapid growth and development. Crucially, the Erie Canal helped the westward expansion of the United States. It served as a vital link connecting the East Coast to the resource-rich Midwest and beyond. The canal's triumph inspired other states to embark on their own canal projects, further propelling the nation's westward expansion. The Erie Canal is a symbol of American ingenuity and determination. It demonstrated the nation's ability to overcome geographical challenges and set the stage for subsequent infrastructure projects that would shape the course of American history. The canal remains a testament to the transformative power of bold ideas and visionary leaders who dared to dream big, leaving an enduring legacy. Now you know the story of the Erie Canal.
If you're ever interested to find out more on this story yourself, Syracuse has a local Erie Canal museum in downtown to get a glimpse of how it really was back then. Entry is free, but donations are always appreciated to support and continue running community events.
Well, that's a wrap on this week's Laser Update, but if you want to know when our next show will be, it's updated Tuesdays and Thursdays until the end of the semester. Search us on YouTube under Onondaga's Campus Connection. Next time, it's Casey Capilla with Hidden Disabilities at OCC and an interview with Joseph Kaufman, Secretary for the Veterans Affairs Office. Have a good weekend, enjoy the eclipse, and take care, everybody.